The technology you're hoping to wait out is already changing accounting. Not in 10 years, right now. It's reading receipts, catching fraud, and reconciling the books while you sleep. The accountants who understand it are pulling ahead of the ones who don't, and the gap grows every month. In the next few minutes, you'll see where AI is already changing the work and how to stay ahead of it. Let's get into it. AI doesn't create bias. It learns from us, and then it scales it. Here's how that happens. Train a loan model on years of decisions that favored men over equally qualified women, and the model quietly learns to do the same. The bias doesn't go away. It just gets automated. And even the biggest players get burned. In 2024, Google's Gemini image tool went so wrong, the company said it temporarily paused image generation of people in Gemini while we work on an improved version. By their own accounts, the problems led the model to overcompensate in some cases and be overconservative in others, leading to images that were embarrassingly wrong. For a CPA, the lesson learns hard. AI output can look authoritative and still be quietly unfair. Think about a tool you lean on. Do you actually know what data taught it? Most people use AI and automation like they mean the same thing. They don't. The author of this course puts it bluntly. Automation doesn't necessarily mean AI, and here's the line between them. Automation follows rules you write. If this, then that. It's perfect for repetitive, predictable work, moving data from one box to another, but it can't think. And AI is different. It learns from data, spots patterns, and makes decisions you never explicitly programmed. One follows instructions. The other figures things out. So when a vendor slaps AI-powered on a product and ask one question, does it actually learn and adapt, or is it just following a script? Think about the tools in your firm. How many are truly AI, and how many are automation wearing the label? A computer learns a lot like a child does. Here's the simplest way to picture it. Show a child enough pictures of cats and dogs, and eventually they can tell them apart on their own. That's supervised learning. Labeled examples, and the machine learns the pattern. Now hand someone a pile of puzzle pieces with no picture on the box. They group what looks similar. That's unsupervised learning, finding structure with no labels at all. And training a pet with treats for good behavior, that's reinforcement learning. 3 ways to learn, 1 idea. The machine improves from the experience, not the rules you wrote line by line. Think about a task in your practice. What kind of learning would actually fit it? Feed your AI bad data and it will hand you bad answers with total confidence. That's the part that catches people off guard. And the course puts it, the effectiveness of your AI is only as good as the data you've trained it on. AI doesn't sanity check your numbers the way a skeptical human would. It trusts what you give it. Missing values, duplicates, inconsistent formats, the model learns from all of it. And the cleaner the output looks, the more dangerous a hidden error becomes. Your reporting is only as good as the data underneath it. So before you trust the output, scrutinize the input. Think about your own data. Would you stake a client decision on how clean it really is? Imagine never having to hand key a receipt again. That's not a someday promise. It's here. Picture a client who drops off a shoebox stuffed with a year of paper receipts and bank statements. The old way, someone keys in every line hand by hand, slow, tedious, and full of typos. With AI and optical character recognition, the software scans each document, pulls the vendor, date, and amount, and categorizes it in minutes. The error-prone busy work disappears, and the time you get back goes to work with your clients you actually pay for, or that actually pay you for. Analysis and advice. The technology isn't replacing the accountant. It's freeing the accountant. Think about your week. How many hours still vanish into data entry a machine could do? The fraud that slips past humans often hides in plain sight, and AI is very good at finding it. Picture a bank watching millions of transactions a day. One account suddenly fires off several large withdrawals in a short window, then wires the money overseas to high-risk regions. A human reviewer might never connect the dots in time. AI anomaly detection systems flag it instantly because it knows what normal looks like for that customer. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't skim, it compares every transaction against the pattern and raises its hand the moment something breaks. That's a second set of eyes that never blinks. Think about your controls. What would catch the one transaction that doesn't fit? Imagine an employee who reconciles accounts all night and never makes a typo. That's robotic process automation, and it's already on the job. RPA is software built in to mimic the clicks and keystrokes a person makes. It logs in, pulls data, matches transaction, and flags the ones that don't line up. This course says it plainly. These bots can work around the clock without the need for breaks or downtime. On routine, rules-based tasks, it's faster and more accurate than any human. But here's the catch. RPA only follows the rules you give it, so a messy process just breaks faster. Automate a clean process, not a broken one. Think about your workflows. Which repetitive task would you hand to a tireless bot first? The biggest threat to your client's data usually isn't a hacker. It's a habit. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Firms hold social security numbers, bank details, entire financial lives, and AI tools feed on all of it. Every new connection is a new door. Encryption scrambles the data so a thief gets gibberish. Multi-factor authentication means a stolen password isn't enough to get in. Role-based access makes sure people can only reach what their job requires. And regular backups mean one ransomware attack doesn't erase everything. None of it's exotic, it's just discipline. Think about your firm. If a breach happened today, would your habits protect your clients or expose them? When AI makes the mistake, the AI doesn't lose its license. You do. That's the part too many people skip past. AI can draft the analysis, flag the anomaly, and populate the return, but it can't sign off on any of it. The course is direct about a CPA's responsibility. Accept accountability for the outcomes of AI-driven decisions. Do not ignore the risks. Do not outsource the ethics. Own the result. That means reviewing what the machine produces, understanding its limits, and being able to explain how it got there. The tools assist. The professional is still responsible. Think about your AI-assisted deliverable. Could you defend every number in it in court? AI won't replace accountants, but it will replace the parts of the job that nobody loves. Let's be honest about what's at risk. Repetitive rules-based work, data entry, basic reconciliations, routine categorizing, that's what gets automated. What doesn't? Judgment, interpreting the numbers, advising a worried client, knowing what the rules actually mean. This course frames this well. The real shift in spending your time on decision-making instead of making sure data got typed in to a system correctly. A machine can flag an anomaly. It can't sit across the table and earn trust. The accountants who thrive won't resist AI. They'll let it handle the grunt work. Think about your role. Which parts are truly yours and which parts could you gladly hand off? The same tool can transform one firm and flop at another. The difference isn't the software, it's the culture. Picture two firms. One rewards experimentation, learns fast, and the leadership actually backs new tools. The other one runs on, this is how we've always done it, and every change feels like a threat. Hand both of them the same AI platform. The first one pulls ahead, the second one quietly lets it die. Technology doesn't fix a culture that resists it. Readiness is people, leadership, and data quality, not just the tool you bought. Think honestly about your firm. If you rolled out AI tomorrow, would people run with it or run from it? And you don't have to master all of this overnight. Pick one idea from this series. Try one tool on one task this week, because the goal isn't to compete with AI. It's to be the professional who knows how to use it. The accountants who start now will be the ones who trust clients later.